होता आंधी हो ना हो तूफान आंधी हो ना हो तूफान संकट टल जाए इसीलिए माता जी हमको दर्शन हुए तुम्हारे इसीलिए माता जी हमको दर्शन हुए तुम्हारे
Welcome, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to another musical night with the meditation. I see many different attendants, many different names today. Welcome to everyone, whoever is joining from different places, different countries, and different states. So this is a beautiful moment to connect to each other with different Sahajogis who has for some time experience with the knowledge of this divine. And definitely is a big pleasure for all of us to introduce these Sahajogis in front of you. And it's a great pleasure. And my name is Shenai. So every Tuesday we do this program with the music and introduce different Sahajogis from the different countries and with their Sahaj journeys. And the purpose actually is to meet different Sahajogis, to listen their experience, they are seeking in their Sahaj journeys. And I would like to always explain the same thing because sometimes whatever we have within us, any struggle or any obstacle or any little problem or sometimes big problem, when we listen to Sahaj yogis, the same struggle in their Sahaj journey, it really helps us to solve this little problem or big problem, because we listen from their with their experience how they come out from this little or big problem with their meditations or with this knowledge of divine. And another thing is definitely this knowledge of divine who taught us, Srimataji Nirmala Devi. So she brings us in the same place where we are seeking, which is the absolute truth, which is the absolute, which is the truth, is which is the seeking of our spirit and all pervading divine power. And it gives us amazing joy, amazing connection, and definitely self-realization. That self-realization brings us into absolute joy, and we can say absolute satisfaction. So it doesn't matter when we started Sahaj Yoga, when we started for meditation, but if we are together right now, so it means we are in the same path, which we are seeking the same joy, same, we can say, the absolute satisfaction within us. And so I will pass over here, and I would like to welcome another special guest who is joining today from all the way from India. Of course, we are right now, of course, for them is the morning time, and the 13 hours, almost 14 hours, 13 hours, 30 minutes difference between us. And his name is Sanjay Roshan Talwar. He is one of the very old Sahaj Yogi. Why I say old? Because he started Sahaj Yoga in early 1980s, and he has so many beautiful, beautiful experience and amazing stories. And of course, in the same time, he brought his music also. He's a very professional musician. And I'm very excited to introduce him. So by out of my respect, I call him Big Brother, which is in Hindi, Bhaiya, Sanjay Bhaiya. And he is here with us. Welcome, Sanjay Bhaiya.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we do. Good morning.
Good morning. Today my headphones are not working. It's a bad day for me anyway, but my computer sound is there. So I hope I'm sounding all right and there's no double sound coming.
No, not at all. We hear you very well and perfect sound. No problem at all.
Right. Thank you so much.
So Sanjay Bhaiya, as we talk, we would like you to lead the meditation today before the music. And so after that, we love to hear your stories with Sharmataji within and what you discover with yourself since many years when you are meditating. And we love to hear all those stories that we can get maybe some tips from you. And that is a really big pleasure for us tonight to listen all your stories. And whenever you are ready, please let us know. We can start for the meditation.
Okay. I presume everyone here has already taken an introduction to Sahaj Yoga, are practicing meditation.
Yes, right.
And is okay. I am Sanjay Roshan Talwar. I am going to conduct a short meditation with you just now, and then we'll go further with the program. Whatever meditation that I have learned in my life, I will share with you. And there are certain protocols that we have to observe so that we are serious about our meditation. And because it's all about knowing ourselves and connecting with our own selves inside us. And it's a very beautiful relationship between us and our own spirit. So who are we? That is what we have to discover in our meditation. And that the proof lies in the vibrations that start flowing in your central nervous system, and you can feel them on your hands, your fingers, and your palms, on top of your head, as you all must have been experiencing while you meditate. So we'll go through this short meditation just now. Let's all take a bandhan. Please place both the hands in front of you on your laps. There is an image of Shri Mataji behind me, or if you have an image, you can show that at this time. Just you can hear my voice. So we will affirm all the three mantras first. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Triguణात्मिका Kundalini Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Divyai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Divyai Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrar Swamini Moksha Pradayani Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Now we will pay obeisance to Lord Ganesha, who is the purity of this universe and part of us. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. He sits on the seat of Muladhara, below Muladhara at the chakra. Above, on the Muladhara, resides our Kundalini in 3.5 coils, who is generally known to be in a somnolent state, sleeping state. Every time we meditate, we raise the Kundalini from its sleeping state to pierce all our 6 chakras above on the central channel and come out of the Brahmarandra, which is the fontanel bone. Above our head, it can be felt as a cool breeze. So we will initiate a very short meditation now. I'll quickly say the invocation of Lord Ganesha, which is the Ganesharthvashisham. Please say it along with me or in your hearts. Om Namaste Ganpataye Tvameva Pratyaksham Tattvamasi Tvameva Kevalam Kartasi Tvameva Kevalam Dhartasi Tvameva Kevalam Hartasi Tvameva Sarvam Khalvidam Brahmasi Tvam Sakshat Atmasi Nityam Ritam Vachmi Satyam Vachmi Ava Tvam Mam Avavaktaram, Avashrotaram, Avadataram, Avadhataram, Avanuchanam, Avashishyam, Avapaschatat, Avapurustat, Avottaratat, Avadakshinatat, Avachordhavatat, Avadharatat, Sarvato Mam Pahi Pahi Samantat. Tvam Vangmayastvam Chinnamaya त्वं आनन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममय त्वं सच्चिदानन्दद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं त्वत्तस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि लयमेष्यति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रत्येति त्वं भूमिरपो नलो नीलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक्पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारस्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मका त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मास्त्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वम् इन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यस्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवः स्वरों घनादिं पूर्वमुच्चार्य वर्णादिं तदनन्तरम् अनुस्वारः परतर अर्धेन्दुलसितं तारेण ऋद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं गकारः पूर्वरूपम् अकारो मध्यमरूपम् अनुस्वारः शान्त्यरूपं बिन्दुरुत्तररूपं नादसन्धानां संहिता सन्धिः शेष गणेशविद्या गणकः ऋषिः निःसृत गायत्री छन्दः गणपतिर्देवता ॐ गं गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ती प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुरहस्तं पाशम् अङ्कुशधारिणं रदं च वरदं हस्तैर्बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कार्ण्याम् अच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च शिष्टयादौ प्रकृतेः पुरुषार्थपरम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं सह योगी योगिनां वरः नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्ते अस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमो नमः साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः. Please keep your attention on top of your head. You can look at Shri Mataji or you can close your eyes and keep your attention on top of your head. Keep both your hands towards Shri Mataji with your palms and your fingers spread wide open. Be at ease. Now, there are some affirmations that we make. Shri Mataji, please make them with me. Shri Mataji, I bow at your lotus feet. Shri Mataji, please come in my heart. Shri Mataji, knowingly or unknowingly, if I have committed any mistake against the principles of the divine, please forgive me. I surrender my ego, my superego, and my entire being at your lotus feet. Kindly accept me at your lotus feet, that I offer flowers and pay obeisance to you, O Mother. Please reside in my heart. Please make me thoughtless. Mother, I surrender, I surrender, I surrender. Now we will say the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Now we will stay in silent meditation and enjoy the flow of the vibrations on our palms, our fingers, as well as on our central channel above our head on the Sahasrara. This is called a state of bliss, of our self realization, and our connection with the all pervading power of God's love, which is all around us. May we enjoy this beautiful connection. We will meditate for a few minutes. Kindly play the Ganesha song as we meditate. Thank you. Are you going to play the Ganesha song?
Please, Sanjay Bhaiya, there was a little technical problem. I'm just going to open right now. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
Coming now.
Let's continue to be in meditation before this song is being played. Thank you.
शिखर पे है सीमा जो आई है। आज भारत शिखर पे है सीमा जो आई है। नाद उठे हैं झूम झूम, धरती पावन को चूम चूम, सीमा चरणों के स्पर्श से जामे की पुरवाई है, महकी पुरवाई है। हमें माँ से प्यार कितना ये हम नहीं जानते, मगर जी नहीं सकते सहज के बिना। हमें माँ से प्यार कितना ये हम नहीं जानते, मगर जी नहीं सकते सहज के बिना। सहज जीवन राज हर जीव तत्व ये, जिंदगी के जीने में सहज का ही खेल है। न हमने देखा था न तुम इसे जानते हो, यही चाहते हैं अब तुम भी समाओ निरानंद के इन महा उत्सवों में। हमें माँ से प्यार कितना ये हम नहीं जानते, मगर जी नहीं सकते सहज के बिना। आदि शक्ति माँ ही है, आदि गुरु माँ, पराशक्ति माँ ही है, माँ ही विराट। मस्तक सभी झुकते हैं श्री चरणन में, क्षितिज सी पड़ती श्रद्धा की कैसी सीमा जाने। बने बूंद सागर तो क्या गीत गाए। हमें माँ से प्यार कितना ये हम नहीं जानते, मगर जी नहीं सकते सहज के बिना। बसे सारे देवगण हैं, सातों शक्तियां हमारी माँ स्वरूप है। इच्छा प्रकट हो जाए, सहज जागृति हो, सभी चक्र निर्मल ही निरंजित विराजे, सभी पाप धुल जाए श्री चरणों में। हमें माँ से प्यार कितना ये हम नहीं जानते, मगर जी नहीं सकते सहज के बिना, हमें माँ से प्यार।
Thank you. I am going to introduce myself. This is a good song to be introduced with. For me, it's my Sri Ganesh in Sahaja Yoga. So Sri Ganesh is always referred to as the beginning of life, as the beginning of everything. And for me, this song was my Sri Ganesh. And I got my realization in 1984, but I met Sri Mataji in 1982. And we met under exceptional circumstances because I was not a Sahaja Yogi at that time. And my younger sister, she was being proposed for a marriage in the hand of Sri Mataji's elder brother's son. And so she came visiting us. And of course, she has that great divine aura that the minute she came and I looked at her, I felt a deep sense of, say, love sort of ebb into my heart. So, and I cannot explain when I first met her without even knowing who she was. And it took 2 years for me to realize that she was the Adi Shakti, and she also kept close watch on me. And once the marriage was solemnized in 1981, 82, and then thereafter, 84, I went on some work to London. I was doing some business with my brother, and Shri Mataji had invited me to come and stay with her. So I was staying in one of Shri Mataji's provided accommodation. And there I met her, and she immediately called me to a public program, and I took my self-realization in the public program. But somehow, whatever was my state at that time, because we all are in different state of mind when we take our self-realization. We come from backgrounds, from past. And so my state was such that although I felt so nice in my heart about Shri Mataji and such a wonderful person, that I was attracted to her and her personality and with the hospitality she gave me. But what really I enjoyed the most was this experience that she wanted to give me. And she asked me, did I feel my vibrations when there were some yogis working behind me on my chakras. And to tell you the fact, I never felt any vibrations. Obviously, there were some blockages in my chakras, which were not allowing my Kundalini to go up to my Sahasrara, which was, of course, I understood it much later. But I realized something unique about this, that my attraction to her was so amazing. It didn't matter to me whether I felt vibrations or didn't feel anything. It was just that in my heart, I think I must have recognized her. And that is what mattered. Anyway, Shri Mataji didn't give up. And she, in fact, took me home on that day. And when we were sitting across the dining table, she had, obviously, she had cooked food in London. Mother was cooking for her family, which was her CP only. And I was a special guest that night because, of course, because of the relationship that was between our families, she was treating me like an honorable guest. But at that time, I had this double feeling that I was a child of a mother as well as a relative who was being honored. And the beauty of it was she made me sit next to her And she fed me a very beautiful dish that we Indians love to eat, that is tandoori chicken. And she had cooked it herself. And when after I ate that, she asked me to keep my hands in front of her as I was sitting on the table across. And I suddenly felt cool breeze flowing out of my hands, and both my hands became so heavy with vibrations. And that was the day I felt it. It was the 4th of July 1984, the day I can never forget. Of course, that is the day of the American independence as well. So things being that way, that was my first and beautiful experience. I would say that I was initiated into Sahaja Yoga, and then there was no looking back. Shrimataji obviously had some purpose in drawing me so close to her. That is what each and every soul that is driven to Shrimataji feels, that there is a great purpose for which we are born in those times when Shrimataji was there in front of us in her physical form. And that we could not recognize the greatness of the mother. But somewhere in our heart, we could feel that God is near you. And that was my feeling. So there it is, how I started in the early 80s to become a part of Sahaja Yoga. I joined mainstream Sahaja Yoga. I was a member of the in Delhi Sahaja Yoga team. My father, because of the close relationship we had, he took to Sahaja Yoga also much before me. And Shri Mataji had appointed him as the leader for New Delhi. And he was to lead Sahaja Yoga in India, particularly because Sahaja Yoga was not that much prevalent at that time in all states and all cities of India. So it was more prevalent in Maharashtra, which was doing very well since the 70s. And then early 80s, it took shape in Delhi. That is where my father came in. And I joined my father as the Yuva Shakti, and I was looking after all the Yuva activities of the Sahaj Yogis. And soon, and I didn't know, I was traveling with mother all over, and mother invited me one day to Jaipur. And there my journey as a musician started. I did not know, because she figured out that I had a great liking for writing poetry and singing. And I was from the childhood, I used to be very fond of singing film songs. So there my journey with Shri Mataji started. And now I am here. It's almost 36 years, 37th year running. I am practicing Sahaja Yoga. I have had maybe two and a half decades of time with Shri Mataji, where there have been so many occasions that I traveled all over the world with her. And there are so many experiences I have, which I would be sharing with you in due course of today's program. But I would now like you to witness a video which has been put together by my team, just to explain how the music that flowed through me in those times, which was initiated by Shri Mataji, it had such an immense meaning in spreading Sahaja Yoga that she wanted it to happen that way. And so we tried to put it together in a format in which you could understand that how this music leads to one getting his self-realization and going into deep meditation. And that's what Shri Mataji must have prepared me for. So here we go. I will ask Shani to please play that 23-minute video, and then we'll go further ahead. Thank you.
Kundalini is the primordial mother who gives us the second birth. She is the who one nourishes realized souls, that is, those who are born again. She is the water of life for the growth of their inner being, just the same as Shri Ritambara Pragya, who nourishes the nature. Mother Kundalini resides in the base of our spinal cord in a sacrum bone as a residual dormant energy, waiting to rise, to awaken, and enlighten us. Moreover, she is the power of pure desire. And since ancient times, saints and sages of this yoga bhumi of India have desired for her awakening and the blessings of self-realization. The knowledge of Sri Kundalini remained a well-kept secret, handed down from a guru to disciple, one-to-one. This went on, until the saint, Gyaneshwara wrote about her openly and prayed for a mass awakening in 13th century. Following him, Saint Namdeva spread a collective prayer for Jagwa, meaning the union with God, saying Uday Gayam Uday. We are in the blossom times blessed by the incarnation of Sri Adishakshi, Her Holiness Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi. In her presence and even before her photos, our Kundalini energy rises spontaneously, if we have the pure desire for enlightenment. Then, self-realization, that is, a second birth happens. In these blossom times, our prayers become enlightened.
जागो कुंडलिनी माँ, करो सब पे कृपा। जागो कुंडलिनी माँ, करो सब पे कृपा। सहस्त्रार में आके, सहस्त्रार में आके छू ही लेंगे वो हम आसमां। जागो कुंडलिनी माँ, करो सब पे कृपा। जागो कुंडलिनी माँ, करो सब पे कृपा। मूलाधार में तुम बैठी हो माँ, सदियों से तुम सोई हुई। मूलाधार में तुम बैठी हो माँ, सदियों से तुम सोई हुई। इच्छा हुई पाले तुझको, इच्छा हुई पाले तुझको। हासिल हो तुम जागो कुंडलिनी माँ, जागो कुंडलिनी माँ, करो सब पे कृपा। जागो कुंडलिनी माँ, करो सब पे कृपा। जागो 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 जागो। समा जाओ मज्जा में अभी, सभी चक्र तुम निरंजित करो। समा जाओ माँ मज्जामे अभी सभी चक्र तुम निरंजित करो। गणेशा स्वयं पूजे तुझको, गणेशा स्वयं पूजे तुझको। शरण में तेरी जागो कुंडलिनी माँ, जागो कुंडलिनी माँ। करो सब पे कृपा, जागो कुंडलिनी माँ। करो सब पे कृपा। सोई आत्मा में प्रकाश भरो, जो बिखरे हैं चित्त एकत्रित करो। सोई आत्मा में प्रकाश भरो, जो बिखरे हैं चित्त एकत्रित करो। तभी दूर होंगे अंधेरे, तभी दूर होंगे अंधेरे। रोशनी में तेरी जागो कुंडलिनी माँ, जागो कुंडलिनी माँ। करो सब पे कृपा, जागो कुंडलिनी माँ। करो सब पे कृपा। सहस्त्रार में आके, सहस्त्रार में आके छू ही लेंगे वो हम आसमां। जागो कुंडलिनी माँ, करो सब पे कृपा। जागो कुंडलिनी माँ, करो सब पे कृपा।
Kundalini awakening or Atma Sakshatkar was looked at as something beyond normal human beings. It remained restricted to the domain of hermits in seclusion, yogis in the Himalayas, the ascetics. But with the advent of Sri Mataji and Sahaja Yoga meditation, it has now become a prayer and appeal of common man. As we get enlightened, we call for others to get awakened, enlightened, and enjoy the bliss and powers.
पुकार कर बुला रही माँ कुंडलिनी तुम्हें, जो शक्तियाँ तुम्हारी हैं उन्हीं को क्यों न पाही लो। पुकार कर बुला रही माँ कुंडलिनी तुम्हें, जो शक्तियाँ तुम्हारी हैं उन्हीं को क्यों न पाही लो। पुकार कर बुला रही। न थी खबर हमें सहज ज्ञान की, न थी फिकर हमारे उत्थान की। पड़ी नजर जो आत्मा पे अपनी, उठा सवाल क्यों न इसको जान ले। न थी खबर हमें सहज ज्ञान की, न थी फिकर हमारे उत्थान की। पड़ी नजर जो आत्मा पे अपनी, उठा सवाल क्यों न इसको जान ले। पुकार कर बुला रही माँ कुंडलिनी तुम्हें, जो शक्तियाँ तुम्हारी हैं उन्हीं को क्यों न पाही लो। पुकार कर बुला रही। कोई भी दोष हो भूतकाल का, करी हो गलतियां हजार तो भी क्या, जब भी सभी को दिल से माफ कर दिया। हुई कृपा हम पे आदि माँ की। कोई भी दोष हो भूतकाल का, करी हो गलतियां हजार तो भी क्या, जब भी सभी को दिल से माफ कर दिया। हुई कृपा हम पे आदि माँ की। पुकार कर बुला रही माँ कुंडलिनी तुम्हें, जो शक्तियाँ तुम्हारी हैं उन्हीं को क्यों न पाही लो। पुकार कर बुला रही। दिया जला लो माँ की तस्वीर पे, पसारे हाथ कर लो ध्यान माँ पे। चढ़ी बलि जभी अहंकार की, हृदय में लौ जलेगी माँ के प्यार की। दिया जला लो माँ की तस्वीर पे, पसारे हाथ कर लो ध्यान माँ पे। चढ़ी बलि जभी अहंकार की, हृदय में लौ जलेगी माँ के प्यार की। पुकार कर बुला रही माँ कुंडलिनी तुम्हें, जो शक्तियाँ तुम्हारी हैं उन्हीं को क्यों न पाही लो। पुकार कर पुकार कर पुकार कर बुला रही।
And once we are enlightened, we have this light to guide us, we see the path of our spiritual ascent. We see the principle of Guru waking within us with our prayers, reaching the God Almighty. We overcome the hurdles on the way of our spiritual journey in a detached, witness state. And thus, we get the pure, Nirmal Jhan of our chakras.
मिली कुंडलिनी की हमको मूलाधार में, इसने घर है बसाया गणेशा स्वयं, इसके दर पे विराजे, करी जब शुद्ध इच्छा ये माँ जाग जाए। है दौलत मिली कुंडलिनी की हमको। क्या हूँ आत्मा, क्या गुरु भी हूँ अपना, क्या हूँ आत्मा, क्या गुरु भी हूँ अपना, श्री ब्रह्मा से मांगे हूँ मैं दैव विद्या। मैं हूँ आत्मा और गुरु भी स्वयं का, भवसागर दत्तात्रेय है नाभि पे विष्णु, नमन कर इन्हें अनहद पे ये ठाना, जगी कुंडलिनी शुरू नव जन्म हो। है दौलत मिली कुंडलिनी की हमको। जो हूँ आत्मा कोई दोष नहीं है, जो हूँ आत्मा कोई दोष नहीं है, विशुद्धि के बाएं पे मैंने ये ध्याया, सभी को क्षमा कर के ली माँ क्षमा भी, जो बीता भुला करके दोष मिटाए, किया चक्र आज्ञा पे जब ये समर्पण, खुला द्वार श्री का मिला साम्राज्य। है दौलत मिली कुंडलिनी की हमको। सहस्त्रार पे अपने चित्त को लगाकर, सहस्त्रार पे अपने चित्त को लगाकर, बिना संकोच के मांगा है माँ से, मुझे मेरी शक्ति का अनुभव करा दो, सदा शिव के चरणों में उसको बिठा दो, किया ब्रह्मरांद्र को सूक्ष्म से छेदन, वो थी कुंडलिनी हुए पार तब हम। है दौलत मिली कुंडलिनी की हमको मूलाधार में, इसने घर है बसाया गणेशा स्वयं, इसके दर पे विराजे, करी जब शुद्ध इच्छा ये माँ जाग जाए। है दौलत मिली कुंडलिनी की हमको।
translation here. The wealth of Mother Kundalini within us is housed in the Muladhara. Sri Ganesha himself is seated at her doorstep. Whenever there is pure desire, the mother rises. Am I the spirit? Am I my own guru? From Sri Brahma, I seek pure knowledge of the divine. Yes, I am the spirit. I am my own guru. With salutations to Dattatreya at Bhavasagara and Lord Vishnu at Navi, when I affirm this fact, at the heart chakra, Mother Kundalini rises and I am born again. Since I am the spirit, there can be no guilt. This fact I confirm at the left Vishuddhi, having forgiven all. I seek Mother's forgiveness. Having forgotten the past, I am free from the guilt. Having surrendered, thus, at the Agya Chakra, the gates to the kingdom of heaven open. Now I put my attention on top of the Sahasrara. In complete freedom, I implore to Sri Mataji, O Mother, please let me experience my own power. Allow it to merge with Sadashiva at your lotus feet. The Kundalini subtly pierces through the Brahmarandra. I am realized. May God bless you.
I am so overwhelmed with these songs. I've been asked to speak about my miracles, experiences with Sri Mataji. Actually, you become so thoughtless you can't talk. But just when I try to recollect those beautiful times, they were the golden times of my life. Sri Mataji experiences are so many, it's impossible to relate here, but I'll try to tell you what is related to my musical journey in Sahaj. So when I took to Sahaj Yoga, Sri Mataji wanted me to perform songs, write poetry, sing them, and sing them to new people so that her public programs go with music, which weren't happening in those times. And she was very keen that should happen. And her desire, if it works through you, you have to just become her pure instrument. And that's what I did. I surrendered to her. It started with Jaipur in 1986. Shri Mataji played the drama. She was to go in a Mercedes car of Rajesh Shah, who used to be our India leader at that time. And it was one of her second trips to Jaipur, where Sahaj Yoga actually started very beautifully there that particular time when she was there. She had asked me to come there. And the morning she was to leave from Jaipur to other parts of Rajasthan, where she was trying to build Pratishthan in Pune. She had the drawings with her. She knew exactly what she was looking for, some old palace windows and doors which she wanted to be put in Pratishthan. And it was a whole plan made with the leader of India, which is Rajesh Shah, who had arranged a car, all the people to take her, and everything was all set to go. I was sitting there with her, but the miracle of it is that her car driver didn't turn up early morning, and she had it all tied up for her visits, so that Mercedes could not be driven. So she asked me to drive her Mercedes, but I said, Mother, I am not very confident. So she said, then how will we go? I said, Mother, I have a small car of my own, which was a Fiat, which was a small Fiat car, which had a bucket seat next to it. So Mother said, okay, then I'll sit next to the seat of the driver in the front. And my wife and the leader of Jaipur and Manish, who used to cook for Shri Mataji at that time, they joined us in the car. That was the first miracle of my life. I was asked to drive Shri Mataji to the interiors of Rajasthan. It was a long trip. It was supposed to be for about 3 to 4 days, where she was visiting all the various small cities and looking for stones and looking for artifacts for Pune Pratishthan that was supposed to be built. It was on paper at that time. And I drove Sri Mataji in that car, and I experienced so many miracles in that portion. The first miracle was that when she sat in the car, she put her hand behind my back on my chakras. And the biggest experience I had was when she put her hand on the back of my Vishuddhi chakra. And I felt she was trying to massage it. And I felt that was very sweet of Sri Mataji, that the driver generally tends to get very tired, when he's driving. And that is the area which sort of you feel very relieved with the pressure points. But I thought she was just trying to help me. And I was thanking Sri Mataji, and I said it wasn't necessary. But Sri Mataji was actually working on my Vishuddhi chakra. And while we were driving, she asked me to sing a song. She says, I know that you're come from a singing family where we had the intermarriage between us, our families. And she had heard me sing there. She said, this journey is a long journey. I want you to sing. So when I started to sing one of my very favorite love songs, Sri Mataji on her own closed her eyes, and she asked me to stop, and she started speaking a few words on her own. And immediately, we were carrying a dictaphone. My wife was sitting at the back. I told her to put on the dictaphone. If whenever Sri Mataji spoke anything, we should record it. So while she was speaking, we were recording it. And she had actually given the words for the song. She said, well, you do one thing. In the song that you're singing, you change the words and put these words which I am saying. So at that very moment, we tried to put those words into the song. And then that's the song that came, which was the first song you heard in today's program, Hame Maa Se Pyar Kitna, where she was saying that all you have to do is turn around your attention from the subject on whom the poet has addressed and turn it towards me, address it to the me, the Devi, and see how the vibrations change. So as I was singing the song with the words she had put into it, everybody checked the vibrations, and it was just so cool and so beautiful. And everybody said, Mother, it's like an air condition flowing out of our hands. Well, that was the first miraculous experience. And of course, as I was singing, I could see my voice was changing. It was getting deep. It was getting sweeter. And so there was another miracle, a very physical miracle, I would say, is that our car went into a puncture while we were driving. It was evening time, about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. It was getting dark and the roads were narrow. And to get this Fiat car punctured right in the center of the road, there were no street lights. Mother was with me. There were 3 more people at the back. And I got a little panicky because I could feel the car, drifting to the left. And as a driver, I realized that this car had a puncture. So I got so worried. She looked at me. I didn't say a word, but I wanted to stop the car. And I was just hesitating whether I should stop the car in the middle of the road in the dark and try and change the tire, because I was very sure the tire had been punctured. But then Shri Mataji just looked at me. She smiled and she says, go on driving. Don't worry. Everything will be all right. We didn't even talk about the puncture. It was right in my mind. And all of a sudden, I found that the car suddenly came into the center of the road and it was driving as if there was no puncture. I was quite amazed. I mean, my mind was running here and there thinking, my God, how could it have happened? The car was really dragging so much. Had I not stopped, the tire rim would have burst. But here we are. The car was back running, bubbling and running very smoothly. And it ran for 1 hour. And after that, Shri Mataji pointed out to a light right in the front of the road. And she said, well, that is a petrol pump there. Why don't you stop there? And I just obeyed Shri Mataji. And very soon we were at the petrol pump. I stopped the car. And then she said, I have to go and use the washroom. And by the time I go and use the washroom, please change the tire. And one man running from the petrol pump from the back said, you have been driving this car with this car is sitting on the rim of the tire. It must have been cut and it must have been totally finished by now. How are you able to drive? When did you have the puncture? I said, but 1 hour ago. He says, don't fib with me. By the time Shri Mataji had smiled and left. So this was the second miracle that happened. And on the same journey, as we went further ahead, when Shrimataji came back, she showed me the universe. When we were driving, she asked me, okay, let's do one more song. So while I was singing one of my other favorite songs and she was giving me the words for it, she suddenly asked me to stop the car. It was pitch dark in the middle of the night. We were driving. And then she said, "Now just look up." And I looked up and she said, "The whole sky will come down. The moon, the stars, they will be like touching my feet. And you won't believe it. When I looked up, I saw the whole universe come down at her feet. The stars were within touching distance. The moon was like just there in front of us, glaring white. And it was like I was in some sort of a heaven. My wife was with me. She saw the whole thing. And then, well, there you go. There is that. Now, what can one say about this miracle? This is so beautiful. And then I was 4 days with Shri Mataji, and in those 4 days, I know I must have written about 12, 13 songs. That then figured out in my first very album, which Shri Mataji released in Ganpati Pule in 1986 or 87, I think. And we went to a studio, recorded, and all those bhajans came. They were all in all about 24 bhajans that were produced. The first bhajans of Sahaja, which he announced officially in Ganpati Pule in December 2007 or early January 2007. That is the time she called me to the stage and performed. So the songs that you just heard, they are basically studio recordings, but the visuals are taken from the actual first time performance of those songs I was doing before Shri Mataji. And Shri Mataji had asked me to print a small booklet out of which she was reading the meanings to the Sahajogis. And there she was explaining the meaning of one of the songs, which is actually meant to give you your self-realization. So since this is a program of meditation, I thought it would be most appropriate to show you those videos where she is talking about that song of self-realization. So you play that song and itself gives self-realization. And this miracle happened about this song when it was created, 1988, 89. There was a puja in Pune. And in that puja, Shrimataji had asked me to come on stage when the puja started and I should sing some bhajans. And when I got there, Shrimataji asked me to sing a song, and I sang that song, Hai Daulat Mili Kundalini, which was actually a meditative song for give you self-realization. It was being sung in the puja. And while the song was being sung, and I was singing about how the Sastrara is opening, the puja was being held at a Pune stadium, and there was it was a small sort of a auditorium, not a stadium, but an auditorium, which had a covering, a canvas covering on the top because of the sun being there. But then all of a sudden, the wind started blowing so fast that the whole canvas above the head of the hall, it just blew up and it just blew away. And I remember Shri Mataji at that time saying that while this bhajan is being sung, everybody's kundalini has gone up so fast that even the cover could not stay and got blown away by the wind coming out of everybody's sastrara. So this was one of the most beautiful, miraculous experiences I had. And I remember Shri Mataji telling people who were at the puja that this song is so wonderful that it can just take the kundalini right above the sastrara. So this is what Shri Mataji established by using me as an instrument to through the music and the poetry that evolved was basically all the teachings of Shri Mataji that I would hear while I was with her for about 14 to 20 years is a long period from 1986 to 2006. It was every year traveling with Shri Mataji at public programs and giving my performances of the various songs I had written, composed. And the fortune of my having to have created all these songs in her presence. And most times Shri Mataji would call me over and we would have a sitting, a discussion on the poetry. And many times she gave words and she gave the poems. And this is how this beautiful, amazing relationship between mother and child happened in those times, which I still carry very deep and very deep down, close to my heart. I'm here to share with you these great experiences. And I'd like to open the forum now for any question and answers if you have, and a dialogue between us. Thank you, and Jai Shri Mataji.
Sanjay Bhaiya, it was amazing. First of all, I just want to thank you with the beautiful meditation, with your singing, and listening all those experience with Srimataji and the miracles. And you said yourself at the beginning, I became toddlers, but you put us into toddlers at the beginning with your meditation, leading the meditation and the singing. And I just want to say our heart was singing. Also, our heart was singing with the joy of divine with you. Maybe some of us, we don't understand Hindi, but doesn't matter the language, but the amazing thing that we all, since we got our realization, we feel the vibrations, that when this vibration, of course, which comes from our spirit, and it turns into joy. And we were singing with you, I believe, I mean, many of us, I was singing with you, with my heart, with into joy of divine. And I really wanted to thank you to you. And I believe so many other friends who are joining, they would like to express their appreciation or feelings, and or they have some question, and I will give it to them now. So,
Sure.
yeah, please, if you have any question or if you would like to say anything to Sanjay, Talwar, who I call him Sanjay Bhaiya, please do it. Now your turn.
Sanjay Bhaiya, this is Satish from Bay Area, San Francisco. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji, Satish.
Yeah, it's I would say that I don't know how can I express my feelings, because I grew up in Sahaj started in '95 in Yamuna Nagar near Delhi, and I used to hear your songs when I was new in Sahaj Yoga,
Mm.
and uh, and now I'm able to see you and hear you live talking to you. So since I started Sahaj, I used to hear so many songs that you have sung and used to really enjoy them. It really used to touch my heart. The experiences that you shared today was really like a treasure which will remember through eternity. These gospels that you shared, the journey that you shared with Shimataji, these are something that's so valuable for us. And luckily we have YouTube recording, we can hear again, all these miracles and all the experiences that you have had. And really uh, thankful from our heart for sharing all that experiences and for coming to this program today, to share your experiences with all the seekers and all the new people who are coming to Sahaj, and really enjoying the experiences and to hear from you all, and your singing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's such a pleasure to be here with all of you. May Mother help us to share our lives for all the great things that we have got from Sri Mataji to those who are have been less privileged. But I would say that the biggest privilege is of your pure desire. If you have a great pure desire, then you're right on top of the world. That much I can tell you. Yes.
Jai Shri Mataji, Sanjay Bhaiya.
Jai Shri Mataji.
Yeah, one of my experiences with one of your songs, which I really connected, was Ajeeb Dastan Hai Ye. You had sung in one of, I saw one of the videos where you were singing that song in front of Shri Mataji, and I saved it as in my YouTube as a favorite song. And sometimes, what happens is like, I just listen to that song and just go into meditation. And I always wondered the simplicity, the joy. Whenever I watch that video, it's just like so soulful. And I thought maybe, I'll be able to speak to you someday. And today is the day, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart that, you really, your songs really connect us with our spirit, with Sri Mataji in such a beautiful way that, it's very hard to express in words. So again, thank you so much, Bhaiya.
Thank you for reviving those beautiful feelings, which were mine too, when I was with her. And I try to keep those memories, alive in me, because they actually are the really force of my life to keep myself going at 66. I was 29 actually when I took my self-realization. I was almost 25 when I met her. So I had met her 4 years before. But uh, what matters to me is, even it took me a long time to feel my vibrations, because there might have been a lot of impact on my chakras from my past lives or this life. But mother used to always tell me, don't worry about vibrations. Don't worry. So long as your heart is pure, you are like Shiva. And you just have to love. And it's love that matters in life. You have to love each other. You have to love the world. You have to love your surroundings. You have to love everything that comes to you, because it is gifted to you by God. Accept it. We don't learn to accept what comes our way and then learn to work around it. So the beautiful example I used to have from Shri Mataji was that there was a cell at the end of the root of the tree, and how it went down into the soil looking for that right nourishment to nourish to the tree. And then it would create that sap which would go into every leaf, every flower, and every fruit and the trunk. And it would not stop at one place, because it was like that love that would flow to all. And then the tree would flourish. It would give shade, it would give fruits, it would give beautiful flowers, fragrance, and it would give the tree of life to the world. And that kind of knowledge that I got from Shri Mataji in her many speeches, and personally, she would also tell me that you try to be that little cell, and then see how beautiful your journey is, because I am the one who do everything. Even the cell does not know where it is going and what it is really laying a foundation to. That much Shri Mataji is in charge of our lives, and that much of surrender we need to grow as a tree. That was my learning. I'm just sharing with you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bhaiya. Thank you
Thank you.
so much.
Jai Shri Mataji, sir. Thank you so much. It was such a, it was a pleasure to have you today and listen to you. Uh, I have couple of times listened to you this Jago Kundalini Mata, and I was so instantly connected by that song. And it was such a great, pleasure to hear it again today, and also to all the beautiful stories, especially the one where you say that the entire universe just, probably felt at the lotus feet, right? So just wanted to say that thank you from the bottom of my heart. I was, I think, thoughtless throughout the session today. Thank you so much.
Bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hello, Sanjay ji. This is Sandeep Joshi, and I really enjoyed the video you shared. And your song is so melodious, and you converted some of the songs from Bollywood to Sahaj. It was so immaculately done. I was really enjoying it. I grew up in New Delhi, so I could relate to some of the songs, though many of the songs, many of the people on the forum may not have heard those songs because we are in US. But I am sure they saw your beautiful soul singing it, and it was very connecting. And other thing I would like to say is, yeah, in US and I think across the world, there is a lot of unrest and lot of tensions and anger. And I think people like you are making it a better place. And I think you are sharing your experiences and giving such good ideas to people. I think that's what matters in this, restless societies we live in. So thank you again for sharing your experiences.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Noble thoughts.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bhaiya. This is Damini, and I just wanted to share with you when I came into Sahaj, and I was really waiting for the vibrations and the meditation. Of course, it was hard for me to sit and meditate. And your Jago Kundalini Ma bhajan was really, really so much helpful. Whenever I used to listen to that, in meditation. That was really amazing.
Hello. I think I lost communication. I think my internet may be weak. That's why I'm not able to hear anything.
Actually, Damini, we are losing your voice. Maybe would you like to type, or do you want to try one more time, please?
I'll type. Maybe my voice is.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Please go ahead.
I was saying that your music, your bhajans are so soulful that when I came into Sahaj and I was, waiting for vibrations, time also for having the vibrations, and also for sitting in the meditation. So your bhajan, Jago Kundalini Ma, that helped me to go into meditation. I first time heard this in one of the programs I, saw on YouTube, where they were teaching meditation, and in that they had a clip of that bhajan, just 2 lines, and then I kept searching, where is that bhajan? Then I found that, and that bhajan was like a thing for me to start the meditation. So I could go into meditation just by starting that bhajan always. So that was really good. I mean, all your bhajans are connect to the soul that much. It's really brings you into thoughtlessness at that time. So that's really I wanted to share that with you.
Thank you. I'll also share something.
Thank you so much.
This bhajan we have got in our movie now. As you must have seen the movie, it is called Grah Lakshmi, The Awakening. I started a small NGO, Immaculate Ideal Human Foundation in India. And this is my bhajan that I have put the whole bhajan in the film, in the different parts of the story. So if you haven't seen it, you must see it. This is in Hindi as well as in English. And the English version is in Vimeo. And I'll ask your host to show it to you online through the Vimeo link. If and ever there is an opportunity later, you can watch this bhajan in part of the story. It's a beautiful film, about an hour and a half. And it's got 2 songs. Thank you.
Sure, we will watch it. I have seen it, but we will love to watch it again. It was such a nice movie, thoroughly enjoyed. But I think this is going to be a very good idea to share with everybody here.
Yeah, it gives self-realization. At the end of the film, we have mother giving self-realization, and the movie is doing beautiful work all across India. Over 100,000 households have been actually to watch the movie and take their self-realization. Some new centers got started after showing the movie, and we are hoping that this movie, if it's shown around the world to all new seekers, it is a public program by itself. All you have to do is just show it through either a pen drive or in a cinema hall. We have made all arrangements to show it all over when the pandemic sort of totally slows down. In India, it has totally almost gone, but elsewhere in the world, people are still panicking. But I know one thing: when people watch this movie, the panic disappears. This is the beauty of Shri Mataji. You have no fear. You cannot fear death because Shri Mataji is protecting all of us. All you have to be is surrendered and have a loving heart. If we can't do that, then we have to face the music. Because I think when Shri Mataji said that this time has come, this is the time of judgment, and it is actually befallen us when the virus came. It's judging us. If we have been on the right path, it will not touch us. But if we have faltered, if we are following the wrong path, we will definitely have to bear the brunt of our misdeeds, or whatever you may call it, our misdirections. And if we learn a lesson from it even today, the golden age is right there, which Shri Mataji has promised us. Any more questions?
Sanjay Bhaiya, when you were talking, just vibrations were just flowing through the Sahasrara. You made us so thoughtless.
Thank you.
Oh, there is another expression, Sanjay Bhai, I would like to read for you. Of
Yeah.
course, many of us already expressed their feeling. And one Sahaja friend is saying that there are no words to describe the joy that we are feeling through these beautiful miracles memories. Jai Shri Mataji, he says.
Jai Shri Mataji.
So,
Thank you.
and what I would like to say is, Sanjay Bhai, you said everything starts from the heart. And as Srimati just said, like, so you put the divine, the all-pervading divine power of love, you put in your heart so beautifully, and we really feel the divine in your heart when you are talking about him, when you are talking about her, when you are singing also, we really feel this, the bhakti, the dedication, this full surrender. I really feel as a vibration, I really feel in my heart. Since my early age in 98, we used to listen you in the cassette. We used to have a cassette that time. So, and when I invited you, I was so excited because I'm a fan of your little sister, I want to tell. So that your expression towards the divine is amazing because you put her and the divine in your heart so beautifully, and I can really feel, we can really feel in your voice, on your face, on your words when you are expressing. And it's amazing thing that when you were driving for Srimataji put her hand on your Vishuddhi, and it feels it stayed there. Her
Yeah.
hand is in your.
Yeah, I can feel it. Yes, you're right.
So
You're right.
that is so remarkable. I mean, I don't know if you feel it. We really feel it as a vibration. We really feel it as in your voice. It's like Shri Krishna is on your voice, in your voice, and her hand, the mother's hand is in your Vishuddhi. It's amazing. I don't know. Thank you is not enough words, but again, it's a big pleasure for all of us to have you in our meeting. And I know you have so many different stories. Hopefully another time we can have you again. You can share all those stories and the different songs and the different miracle, other stories that we love to have you again whenever you can.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you so much. Uh, if you want, I will just tell you I'm working on a book, which of my experiences and my music, and very soon it will be an e-book that will release. Maybe it will take me another 6 months or 1 year, but there I'm compiling my experiences and the history of how each song was born. So, like I explained a few songs here, I have over 100 songs to talk about. It's going to be a thick book, but there'll be a learning experiences of mine sharing with you, because all this that I'm singing, all this that my poetry is nothing but my actually talking about what Shri Mataji spoke to me, or whenever she would speak at a public program, I would just address it in the form of a poetry, and then she said, "Why don't you sing it?" Because music is the language of the heart, and so even when the words can't be understood, people can understand your music through vibrations, which is something very difficult for a man who's just talking through his agnya. So she would always tell me, sometimes when it's not good for you to talk, you should just have music, and that works wonders. So that's my experience of my music in Sahaj, and I hope I will be sharing it with you through this book. And of course, whenever you call me again, I will come back, and this is just 1/10 maybe of what I have experiences to share. You might need 10 sessions for that, for me to complete it. And I will be always available whenever you call me.
Very
Thank
nice. Pleasure. And we will be definitely looking forward to finish that book. And definitely we will keep in touch, Sanjay Bhaiya. But before you leave, I would like to read other expression towards you. Some other Sajagi friends, new friends, they also are saying felt so joyful while listening to the experiences. And let's see. Yes, there one friend is asking how can we watch the movie here in the US, and definitely, I think whenever you can, Sanjay Bhai, please share me, and then I will definitely share. And whoever wants to have this video, please send your email right now, and then I can definitely share whenever I get this video. And
Yes.
so others are, some of other friends are saying, thank you very much. Please do come again.
Thank
So,
you. I'll be back.
um,
Um,
and then, yes, we would like to hear more. This is another friend, another Suzuki friend is saying. And
Somebody has a question, I think.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
I think it's Siley saying that I want to know few tips on how to surrender and be in the state for a long time.
Wow. I wish you have to be in the freedom to surrender. Are you feeling not the freedom? Because the point is this: Shrimataji said, take to Sahaj Yoga when you have the freedom for it. You cannot take it or you can take it. It's that elixir, that beautiful thing to be had. She brings you up to the pond, and then you have to go and get it inside you. That is what a human being is ought to do with himself. So when do you do that? When you are surrendered. And so what is surrender? You're surrendering all your negativity. You're surrendering all that you think you know about yourself, which is not good. So first you find out what is within you that you need to surrender. Find out what is wrong with you, what went wrong. And if you can find those things, just simply say it at her lotus feet. Mother, I surrender it at your lotus feet. And if you say it with full heart, with full freedom, with full conviction, you find yourself, you will be surrendered. That's a guarantee. And that's my life experience too. I've seen a lot of habits of mine just disappearing because I did this. And those that haven't gone yet is because I didn't want them to go. And therefore, I did not surrender them. So we are never in a fully surrendered state. We are in a partly surrendered state. But remember, surrendering is an ongoing process. You keep finding out, keep discovering, and keep surrendering, and get rid of it. And by the time you're rid of everything, you're fully surrendered. And once you're fully surrendered, you got it. You're in that state, and then nobody can change that state for you. That's so beautiful. Try it.
Thank
I
you.
hope you got
Thank
your
you
answer.
so much.
God bless.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you so much. I'll surely follow that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sanjay, but there is the last one. Another Suzuki friend is saying, infinite appreciation for sharing the stories. Shrimataji.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, yeah, okay, Sanjay Bhaiya, here is almost 11 o'clock, but it's a great pleasure to have you. And many of us are still here. I know it is not enough. It is not easy to leave you to say goodbye. But
I'm here for you. I'm just a call away.
yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It gives
You have lit our hearts with full of joy and bliss.
Thank you. I
gives
just request you, please love everybody.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless you.
this
Thank
is our message, the big message. Yeah, thank you so much. And you give lots of joy to everyone and lots of vibrations and lots of tips. And I'm sure everyone already grateful to you to meet you. And again, we love to have you again whenever you can. Please join us, and it will be great pleasure to have you.
Thank you, Shrimataji.
Thank you.
Jai Shrimataji.
Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Thank you.
Lots of
Jai
love
Shri-
to you. Please give our regards to your family and all the Sajukis over there. And please take care. Have a wonderful day to you. Jai Shri
Thank
Mata.
you. I will. Thank you. You too, all of you. My best wishes.
Thank you.
Thank
Jai
you.
Shri-
Thank you.
Okay, my friends, and thank you so much for joining again. Another special night for that you join, and thanks a lot for your time. And that you participated. I know that we all felt the same joy, same vibrations. And please remember that tomorrow again there is another collective meditation. It will be the same time at 9:15, and so that you can have your collective meditation. That is one of the another thing that it really helps for us, the regular meditation, how we do in the morning and evening meditation. So, and but I will see you all next week on Tuesday with another special Sahaja friend, and hopefully you can all join again, that we can share, we can feel the same joy in our heart and the vibrations, and get established this knowledge of divine within us, that we are trying to get it, so that in collective level we always learn more better and more better understand establishes within us. Hopefully we will have another beautiful night next week. Have a wonderful